Hi, St. Stephen's family. This is our fourth in the Word of the Week series where the clergy of St. Stephen's talk to you a little bit about what's on their mind. And though I'm not ordained yet, I will be 3 weeks from the day that this is released. So I wanted to take this opportunity to reflect on my sense of call and the impending ordination. Christian Wyman, in his latest book, Zero at the Bone, has a reflection on call that really resonated with me. He writes, "This restlessness, this void that you can never quite fill, this tooth that will not stop nibbling at your soul, I would suggest today that this is the call of God. It is very private, a matter between you and God. It may come occasionally, or it may seem part of the very air you breathe. It may come as frazzling anxiety, or it may come as a still small voice. But its warrant of authenticity is that it will not leave you alone, will not stop asking you, who are you really?" I think at times I've felt all those feelings that Wyman describes, and I do think that one of the best ways I can try and describe the through line of my life thus far is as an attempt to answer that question, who are you really? But there is one important thing about a sense of call, particularly a call to ordained ministry, that Wyman doesn't really emphasize, and that is how call emerges from community, from relationships. My dad recently asked on a phone call if I remembered crawling up into his lap while he was preparing his Sunday school lesson, and him patiently answering questions and telling me about the Bible story at the heart of it. I remarked simply that I did remember, but what I didn't say, mostly because I knew I was going to do this video, is that I more than remember it. So Dad, because I know you're watching this, when I first articulated my sense of call to the diocese, these moments were part of the story of how I came to understand who I am really. You are speaking those stories into my life in a way that has fundamentally shaped who I am. I've also realized in looking back that I first learned how to be a pastor from my maternal grandmother. She embodied and still embodies a sense of hospitality and empathy and compassion that serves as a really important foundation for me. And other people recognized it too and relied on it, which meant that her phone was often ringing, and she was often making room in her house for a guest or 2 or 5. I know she's watching too. It was at times difficult for me to share you with others. I am your only grandchild, after all. But even then, I was learning something essential about the kind of self-sacrifice at the heart of this call, and the kind of self-sacrifice that makes community work. Over the years, as I got older, I began to experience what I could begin to name as a call to ordained ministry. These were mostly in the kind of private moments between me and God that Wyman describes. But, good people of St. Stephen's, I don't think I truly understood it or heard it clearly until I began to work and minister in your midst over the past 13 years. You have supported me and loved me and my whole family. Perhaps even more importantly, though, you have named and affirmed a sense of call that you saw in me. It was a call emerging from community, this community. So in 3 short weeks, I will begin a new type of ministry in your midst, first as a transitional deacon, then a priest, and as your associate rector. Some of the tasks of my job may look the same, but I will be living into this calling in a new way. Our relationships with one another will change. But I want us to never lose sight of the fact that ordained ministry is never a separation from community. Let's put a finer point on it. Deacons are signs of the servanthood of all believers. Priests are signs of the priesthood of all believers. Again, these roles emerge from the mutual ministry and calling afforded us by our baptism, a ministry and calling that we all share. I'll have a lot more to say in the coming weeks about what exactly this new phase of ministry will look like. In the meantime, though, perhaps the best way I know how to describe it is this: that I'll be inviting each of you into your own exploration of that fundamental question of call. Who are you really? For now, I'd mostly just like to say thank you. Thank you for seeing me and loving me and trusting me. We have much more good work to do together.